The CEO's wife hired me to discipline her daughter. We'll be away on business. My daughter will let you in. The door opened, and I froze. Who has a kid who's 5'7", with long legs, a slim waist, and defined abs? Then comments suddenly floated above my head. This caretaker is so doomed. The heroine kills him within 2 days. If the heroine does not turn evil, how can the male lead show off his sunshine boy charm? After training her for a month, I took the money and left. The young miss said she'd never forgive me, but when we met again, she clung to me, looking wronged. Brother, aren't you going to feed me anymore? I'm starving to death. Bai Ningbing, daughter of a CEO in Beijing's elite circles, neither ate nor slept. She barely spoke and had self-destructive tendencies. Countless specialists had failed to help her. They'd heard I had a real knack for discipline. So the CEO's wife decided to give me a shot as a last resort. An assistant came to find me. He said I'd get $5 million once the job was done. I needed money badly, so I agreed without a second thought. We've hired plenty of experts before, but the girl is too unruly. She drove every one of them away within days. It's all right, ma'am. I can try. We'll be away on business. My daughter will let you in. We'll be relying on you, Mr. Fang. As arranged, I went to the villa complex. I knocked for half an hour before anyone answered. The door opened, and I froze. What kind of kid is 5'7", with long legs, a slim waist, and defined abs? Before I could take a proper look, comments suddenly appeared above my head. This caretaker is so doomed. The heroine kills him within 2 days. If the heroine does not turn evil, how can the male lead show off his sunshine boy charm? I bet this supporting guy will want to quit by tomorrow. Caretaker, they mean me, don't they? Could this be the world of a novel? And Bai Ningbing is going to kill me in a few days. I refuse to accept that. Who did they think I was? I wasn't about to run. After all, the vicious dogs I've trained could form a line all the way to France. Besides, Mrs. Bai was paying far too well. Enough to make this gamble worthwhile. The comments were betting, and so was I. It was not like they were the only ones who could. I bet 50 cents the young miss dies outright. Skip ahead to the Sunshine Boy's entrance, please. Ignoring the comments, I sat across from Bai Ningbing. She was curled up on the couch, playing video games. Dark circles shadowed her eyes. She had not slept in who knew how many days. Hello. Your mother asked me to take care of your daily needs. Tell me if there is anything you'd like to eat. Without looking up, she said, leave me alone. With another person in the house, I have to put on more clothes. Yeah, she really was difficult. I gave her my professional smile. That's fine. You do not have to wear anything at all. Bai Ningbing's hand jolted. Her game character died on the spot. What kind of caretaker are you? How did my mother let someone this shameless into the house? She was utterly speechless. I'm not a caretaker. Then, sir, what exactly do you do? I'm a disciplinarian. The air froze for 3 seconds. She sprang up, her face flaming red. What do you take me for? I studied her seriously for a moment, then thought, nothing. You're not even as well-behaved as the puppies at my place. At least my dogs don't swear. She stormed off. She slammed her bedroom door and did not come down for dinner. The comments exploded. Damn, the young miss's ears are red. This guy knows what he's doing. Stop making everything sexual. This guy is awful. Heroin. Kick him out already. I watched them argue for a while, then went to reheat dinner. This mansion was too vast and quiet. Hearing a little more shouting wouldn't hurt. I carried a tray upstairs, straight to her room. The lock had long been removed. Only a black hole remained, and the door opened with a light push. Bai Ningbing was practicing boxing inside. She looked deeply annoyed when she saw me enter. Get out. I ignored her. I set the food on the table. How about restoring your strength? I would hate for the air to beat you to death. She finally stopped and mocked me. You just come in without knocking. What if I was doing something private? Your door is broken. Would knocking make any difference? Anyone can dish it out. Whoever gets defensive is the embarrassed one. Perhaps I hit a sore spot. Bai Ningbing went rigid. Then she slammed herself into the bathroom and locked the door. Get out. Take your food with you. If she won't eat, treating her will be even harder. I put away every snack in the house and made meals at set times. If she missed meal time, I cleared the dishes. He actually dares to starve our young miss. The Sunshine Boy feeds her mouth to mouth. That evil man must have a death wish, waiting for Miss Dog to turn evil and stab him. Honestly, I do not want the young miss to turn evil, but the supporting guy really does deserve to die. A few days passed like that. Even without the comments, I was starting to worry. What if Bai Ningbing starved to death? Then noon came again. After making lunch, I went to knock on her door. Can we talk? I'm not eating. Her voice sounded weak. I can fix locks. If you eat properly, I'll repair the lock on your door. There was a long silence inside. Then she gave a derisive laugh. You can fix it today, and my mother can remove it tomorrow. Do you think that is fun? I have my ways. As long as you eat. With that, I went downstairs to wait. Mealtime was nearly over, but she still had not come down. After another 20 minutes, I was close to giving up. Then the door suddenly opened. Bai Ningbing came downstairs in a loose dress. She reluctantly sat across from me and began shoveling down her food. I stared for a long moment. I was not dreaming, was I? She looked so well-behaved while eating, like the Alaskan Malamute I used to have. My professional instincts took over. I reached over and ruffled the top of her head. What a good girl. Bai Ningbing froze. When she came to her senses, her ears were red as blood. What are you doing? She threw her bowl, then sulked on the couch. I regretted it so badly I could die. That did it. She would probably never eat my cooking again. After quite a while, I was about to clear the dishes when she suddenly came back to sit beside me and eat. Her head was bowed low, and every so often she edged closer to my hand. The comments flooded the screen. No way. Is she asking for head pats? Young Mrs. Inner Thoughts. I'm mad, but please pet me. Supporting guy. Are you a ninja? How can you resist petting her? What exactly am I supposed to pet? I was completely baffled. Bai Ningbing's behavior was impossible to decipher, so I did not dare move. Sure enough, she got angry again. She tossed out, "It tastes awful," and left. For several days straight, Bai Ningbing ate every meal on time. Mrs. Bai was overjoyed. She agreed to let me fix the lock. After the locksmith reinstalled it, I gave Bai Ningbing the key to keep herself. Well, I keep my word. She studied me for a long while. Why are you helping me? Obviously, for the 5 million. I answered confidently. Click. She locked the door from inside. She was really hard to coax. At least Bai Ningbing was no longer in danger of starving, so I began tackling her insomnia. There used to be a beagle at the training center that barked every night. Eventually, we took turns bringing it up the mountain to chase rats. The moment it came back, it collapsed and slept. But Bai Ningbing was not an animal. If she did not want to go out, I could not tie her up and drag her outside. As the comments chattered away, the doorbell rang. I opened the door to a young man in a loud floral shirt. Hello, uncle. I'm Wang Dateng. I'm Sister Ningbing's childhood friend. The sunshine boy is here. Our young miss is saved. Supporting guy, die already. Stop blocking the scene. Wang Dateng casually invited himself inside. If Sister Ningbing won't eat, uncle, cook for me instead. He ran upstairs, but shrieked when he saw the new lock. Wang Dateng was so angry he could barely breathe. How could you replace her lock? People like her aren't supposed to lock their doors. Are you even a professional? If something happens to her in there, you could never afford the consequences. The comments rushed to Wang Dateng's defense. The male lead is protecting his wife. The young miss is already unstable. This nanny has something seriously wrong with him. Did they rewrite the story? I remember the synopsis said, the male lead first came to the young miss's home because her door was broken. That was how he walked right in and saw the young miss fresh from the bath in all her glory. Thanks for that. Supporting guy, give us back that iconic scene. I'm going to lose my mind. What is wrong with you people? When someone's privacy is violated for a long time, they can easily lose their sense of safety. Before I could speak, Wang Dateng indignantly pulled out his phone. Sister Ningbing is so pitiful. Good thing I came. I'll tell Annie right now to hire another nanny. Pack your things and resign. No. That's not. I really wanted to explain. If he gets rid of me now, I won't get the rest of my payment. You have no right to make him leave. Bai Ningbing suddenly pulled open the door. Water still dripped from her hair. And he isn't uncle. He's brother. Wang Dateng came by every day for several days. He said he'd finished his required classes, so he could stay with Bai Ningbing until she got better. That is so sweet. Our sunshine boy is swamped with school all day, yet still comes at night to care for the young miss. Young miss. Look at the male lead. He loves you more than himself. The supporting guy is such a nuisance. Author, kill him off already. I almost want to drop this story. The comments curse me every day. Still, I wasn't going to take it out on Wang Dateng. He was much easier to deal with than Bai Ningbing. Besides, I don't hold grudges against kids. One day, Wang Dateng came to the Bai residence with a huge bag of art supplies. Brother, I want silky scrambled eggs with shrimp today. I smiled and nodded. I really was becoming a nanny. Bai Ningbing lounged on the couch playing a game. Wang Dateng carried the supplies over and sat beside her. Sister Ningbing, I remember painting was what you loved most. It took me forever to find this complete set of supplies. I even had someone order the palette knives from abroad. Sister Ningbing, you haven't painted in so long. Could you paint something for me today? Bai Ningbing paused her game and examined the supplies. You really put thought into this. I'd do anything for you. So, you need to take care of yourself, too. Before he could finish, Bai Ningbing grabbed the canvas and hurled it to the floor. I hate painting, and I hate people like you who have no sense of boundaries. Don't come here again. Wang Dateng looked lost. You always say you hate painting, but I know that deep down, you still love it. In nearly every childhood photo, you're sitting in an art studio. Bai Ningbing, if you give up like this, can you really face the child you once were? Her coldness was frightening. She took a few strides, past the couch, and walked out. What does that have to do with you? If you come again, I'll leave. Wang Dateng sat helplessly on the couch, his eyes reddening. I was equally helpless in the kitchen. Should I still make the scrambled eggs with shrimp? Why am I shipping them so hard? When the male lead was upset just now, the young miss must have left because seeing him hurt broke her heart. Exactly. And she realized he understands her better than she understands herself. She is probably blaming herself right now. Male lead, kiss her already. Forget the painting. The young miss will do anything you say. I stared at the comments, speechless. Are there any normal people left in this world? That evening, Wang Dateng left in tears. Bai Ningbing returned to and locked herself in her room. No matter how I knocked, she would not open the door. Something felt wrong. Bai Ningbing, open the door, or I'll plaster your photos all over the neighborhood. At last, the door opened. She held a palette knife in one hand, and her other arm was covered in cuts. I was so terrified that tears poured down my face. 1 moment later, and my 5 million bonus would have gone down the drain. Seeing me cry, she gave an exasperated laugh. Brother, you're such a scoundrel. As I bandaged her wounds, the bleeding would not stop. Are you sure you won't go to the hospital? Do you want some pork liver to build your blood back up? She looked at me, hurt and aggrieved. Aren't you going to ask whether it hurts? Oh, does it hurt? Bai Ningbing turned her face away. Boring. Brother, do you think I'm useless? She suddenly asked. I've studied painting for 10 years, but I still hate it. The smell of paint makes me want to throw up. Brother, am I a failure? Bai Ningbing's eyes reddened, and they shimmered with tears. I couldn't hold back. I went over and hugged her, gently patting her back. It's okay, just eat, sleep, and stay well. That's enough. As long as you're healthy, that's enough. Brother, you really treat me like. Bai Ningbing promised to sleep properly, but we tried all kinds of methods and Chinese patent medicines, and she still could not sleep. Then, in the middle of the night, I heard what sounded like breaking glass from her room. I rushed over. Ningbing, what's wrong? Don't come in. I saw the door was unlocked and threw it open, only to find her about to stab herself with glass. What are you doing? I rushed over and grabbed her hand. I was losing my mind. I looked away for 1 second, and she nearly took herself out. She looked a little aggrieved. She wrapped the glass in tape and threw it into the trash. I couldn't sleep. I was afraid you'd get mad. The comments became lively again. Oh my god, she's so good. Has the young miss been expected to do everything perfectly since childhood? Is that why she is under so much pressure? I get it. She's a child abused by her own family. That includes the painting incident. It must have left her traumatized. Alright. I feel a little sorry for her now. I ruffled her soft, fluffy hair. It is okay if you can't sleep, but you're not allowed to hurt yourself again. I gave her a red marker, telling her to use it in place of a blade for now. The next day, she came downstairs wearing only her pajamas. Red marker lines covered her fair, shapely legs. She looked like a work of art. I nearly got a nosebleed. No, I needed to get a grip on myself. In my line of work, getting feelings for a client is the biggest taboo. I hid on the terrace and fussed with the plants, but Bai Ningbing deliberately came over to show me. Brother, the blade you gave me doesn't hurt when I draw it across my skin. With a face like that, calling me brother was lethal. My heart began racing out of control. Meanwhile, the comments were fuming. Why hasn't that damn nanny died yet? How is the plot supposed to move forward? I really don't want to watch him interact with the young miss anymore. What a manipulative little man. I'm calling the police. The young miss is mine. Old man, get lost. As summer began, thunderstorms started rolling in at night. Worried the windows were not shut tightly, I went downstairs to check. Instead, I saw Bai Ningbing standing barefoot before the floor-to-ceiling window. What are you looking at? I walked over to her. The corner of her lips curved up. She seemed to be in a good mood. Watching the thunderstorm. I love thunderstorms. Want to go outside and get soaked for a while? Are you trying to get me struck by lightning? Her eyes curved as she smiled. So you are afraid of dying? I'm afraid I'll never see you again. I fell silent, unable to meet her eyes. So I casually asked, how old are you? I just turned 22. I can get married anytime. You're insane. The comments appeared again. Haha. Is he too scared to make a move? Why is this old man still here? The young miss and male lead have barely made any progress. Okay. The commenter above cannot read, can they? The young miss likes brother now. Brother, will you leave? Bai Ningbing suddenly spoke, breaking me from my daze. Of course. Once you're stable, I'll leave. She sighed. I really don't understand you. What is it? Brother, do you want me to get better right away? Or never get better at all? Of course, I want you to get better soon. I brushed her off casually. I've got enough dogs to fill a football field waiting for me to feed them. Bai Ningbing stared at me with a complicated look. Finally, she only said that she understood. Then she obediently returned to her room to sleep. This time, she finally fell asleep. For the first time ever, she slept until noon. The thunderstorm outside had not stopped. The grocery delivery probably would not arrive on time. I was about to heat up yesterday's leftovers. When Wang Dateng arrived, Madame Bai had even gone to pick him up herself. Annie, After Sister Ningbing saw me last time, she finally agreed to sleep. But this male nanny is a complete unknown. He stays by Sister Ningbing's side every day. Who knows whether he has secretly filmed her or smuggled something in. Madame Bai sat on the sofa and signaled the bodyguards. Search him. Before I could react, someone snatched my phone. The bodyguards pinned me against the table and started searching my pockets and backpack. Stop it! Bai Ningbing's furious roar rang out behind me. This time, she was truly angry. She kicked away the bodyguard holding me down and pulled me behind her. Who gave you permission to touch him? Wang Dateng's eyes instantly reddened. Sister Ningbing, you weren't like this before. Did he give you something to take? Bai Ningbing could not be bothered with him. She only shielded me more firmly. All of you, get out. Madame Bai raised her hand and slapped her. Ningbing, are you planning to disobey your mother? Move aside. Bai Ningbing turned her face slightly, but did not move her feet. Mom, he takes very good care of me. Last night was the first time I did not have insomnia. Please don't send him away. Madame Bai's expression darkened completely. She motioned for the bodyguards to take her away. Before, seeing you were ill, I could not bear to scold you. It seems you've even forgotten this family's rules. Wait, I quickly spoke up. Madam, may I speak with you privately? Madame Bai finally agreed. I followed her into the study. Madam, whether I have done anything improper to your daughter, you have your own ways of finding out. After all, in this house, her bedroom is not the only room with surveillance cameras, is it? Madame Bai raised a brow but did not deny it. Miss Bai may now eat and sleep on schedule, but her condition is still unstable. If you rashly send me away, her relationship with you will likely become even worse. Why don't we each make a concession? Pay me the 5 million fee we agreed on, and as for the rest, I'll take care of it. Madame Bai stared at me, then smiled. If you really manage to latch onto my daughter, you could get far more than 5 million. I'm only interested in quick money. She considered it for a moment, then signed me a check for 5 million. I hope you keep your word. Don't forget, your sister is still waiting for the surgery money. When I came out of the study, Bai Ningbing was crouching by the door, as if she sensed something was wrong. She immediately stood and came over. She carefully touched my hand. Brother, please don't leave. I touched the check in my pocket and suddenly could not speak. She spoke again. If you leave, I'll never forgive you for the rest of my life. I'm tired. What? I don't want to keep caring for a giant baby who can't even feed herself or put herself to sleep. My expression must have been awful because Bai Ningbing started crying. I forced myself to look at her. When you can take care of yourself, when you become a mature adult, come find me then. With the money, I took my sister to Country Y for treatment. Before we boarded the plane, thunder still rumbled outside. Bai Ningbing never appeared again, and I did not look back. While we were in Country Y, the Bai family made the news several times. Rumor had it the Bai family's eldest daughter frequently ran away from home, and every time, she was found at a stray dog shelter. Then one day, the Bai family established a fund for stray dogs. Only then did the public gossip stop. After that, I never saw news of Bai Ningbing online again. My sister's illness kept relapsing through 3 years of treatment. Finally, it began improving in spring. Fang Yuan, let's go home. I lowered my head and flipped through her doctor's orders. Sis, don't worry. I still have money, enough for your treatment. Fang King was not my biological sister. After my parents abandoned me, she found me, took me home, and raised me. She was my only family. Fang Yuan, you've been so distracted lately. I'm nearly well now. I can recover just as well back home. I still wanted to insist, but Fang King was determined to return. I could only give in. A few months after returning home, a stray dog rescue shelter contacted me. They said several dogs had been acting up lately and wanted me to come help. I happily agreed. The shelter was hectic. The moment I entered, I was surrounded by barking. The whole place reeked, and if you were careless, you'd step in dog poop. Yet my heart gradually felt full. The shelter became increasingly well known. To thank me, the director gave me an invitation to a charity gala. Fang Yuan, this organization has always donated to our shelter. You and Xiao Huo should go and relax. After settling the dogs, I went to the gala with Xiao Huo. The ballroom was filled with Beijing's high society. Xiao Huo and I huddled in a corner, focusing only on the desserts all evening. Then the hall's main lights came on, and a member of the gala committee stepped out. I stood on tiptoe to look, but saw a familiar face. It was Bai Ningbing. She had matured considerably. She wore a bespoke designer suit, her long hair neatly pinned behind her head. Wang Dateng stood beside her, graciously greeting the investors. Xiao Huo excitedly pinched me. Those two look so perfect together. President Bai is beautiful, and young Master Wang is handsome too. They come from equally prominent families. They really did look perfect together. If it had not been for me, they would have been together long ago. Madame Bai's voice came from the stage. While all of our esteemed elders are here today, let me introduce my daughter to everyone. Bai Ningbing. From now on, the company's affairs will gradually be handed over to her. I hope you will all look after her. There is one more important matter. The marriage between the Bai and Wang families should have been settled long ago. Today, I ask you all to bear witness. Smiling, she handed the microphone to Bai Ningbing. Ningbing, don't you want to say a few words to your fiancé? Bai Ningbing frowned. Just as she was about to speak, she suddenly glanced my way. I quickly hid behind Xiao Huohuo. From this far away, she could not see me, right? There is someone I want to thank. A faint smile touched Bai Ningbing's lips. Someone once taught me to trust, then shattered that trust with his own hands. I hate being abandoned. And I hate being deceived. Fortunately, Wang Dateng will always stay by my side. He deserves the very best of everything. I did not know how I endured the rest of the evening. My chest just felt tight. Xiao Huohuo, I'm heading home. That mixed breed dog at the shelter is about to give birth. I need to help. I made up an excuse and slipped out of the venue. An hour later, I was sure I was lost. I was about to make a call when I ran into someone around the corner. I'm sorry. The moment I looked up, the rest of my words caught in my throat. She raised an eyebrow. As cool and distant as when we first met. I can't find the exit. Can you show me the way out? She gave a cold snort. Are we that close? President Bai. Someone called to her from the end of the hallway. Bai Ningbing gave me one look, then turned and left. Then the floating comments erupted. Why pretend to be so cold? She clearly saw the security feed backstage before she came running out. If brother calls her, she'll definitely come back. As if possessed, I called out. Bai Ningbing, wait for me. Her steps paused, but she did not look back. A few minutes later, a waiter approached me. Are you Mr. Fang? The exit is this way. After I got home, the images from the gala kept replaying in my mind. Bai Ningbing's left hand had been trembling the whole time. That was how she looked just before a stress episode. I grew more and more worried about her. I could not sleep well all night, but I did not dare seek her out again. I spent a month deceiving myself like that. Then the shelter's donations suddenly stopped. The director came to me. Fang Yuan, I remember you used to work for the Bai family. Why don't you ask about the foundation this time? Looking at the dogs playing all around me, I could only agree. When I arrived at the Bai family's company, I had just completed the appointment form. When Secretary Yuan took me to the top floor office, I carefully pushed open the door, only to find Bai Ningbing sitting inside. Why is it you? Are you disappointed? She looked up at me, her face expressionless. No. I lowered my head. After a long while, she spoke again. Chairwoman Bai is away on business. I'm temporarily managing the company. Or does Mr. Fang intend to go around me again and speak directly to Chairwoman Bai? I don't. Her words were still just as cutting. It's about the donations to our shelter. Talking about money the moment we meet. 3 years later, Mr. Fang, and you still love money so much. I had nothing to say. If this is not a good time, President Bai, I'll take my leave. No need to see you out. When Secretary Yuan came in, our tense atmosphere visibly startled him. Mr. Fang, this way, please. I had just left the office when I ran into a group of people. Secretary Yuan pulled me aside and quietly warned me. That's President Bai's uncle, Bai Ningbing. He's been coming to the company to cause trouble lately. The office door opened, and Bai Ningbing walked out. Bai Ningbing slammed a stack of documents down in front of her. What business does someone with mental problems have running a company? If the company's performance slips even a little, who knows what you might do? You should give up your position sooner rather than later. Bai Ningbing smiled. Whatever I am, I'll still probably outlive you, uncle. Bai Ningbing's face flushed with rage. Do you really think your mother likes you that much? This time, she went abroad because she found news of her biological daughter. Just wait until you're driven out of the Bai family. Bai Ningbing's hand was shaking badly. Cold sweat beaded on her forehead, yet she was still smiling. It makes no difference whether my younger sister or I inherits the company. What is there for you to be happy about, uncle? You're not getting any younger. You should worry less. Bai Ningbing finally lost his temper. He raised a hand and began smashing things. Several security guards rushed over and restrained him. Everyone gathered around to watch the spectacle, but Bai Ningbing seemed to be getting worse. While no one was paying attention, I quickly pulled her into the stairwell. Bai Ningbing, relax, breathe slowly. Her gaze was unfocused, and her face was full of exhaustion. So, during the 3 years I was gone, this was the kind of life she'd been living. Bai Ningbing finally recovered. When she saw it was me, she took several steps back. Do you pity me? I looked at her seriously. I'm worried about you, Bai Ningbing. In the end, Secretary Yuan added me on WeChat. Bai Ningbing said there was a problem with the foundation. From then on, Secretary Yuan would handle everything with me. Does President Bai have time? I'd like to meet with her and talk. Sorry, Mr. Fang. President Bai said she will not see you. The floating comments appeared again. Brother, don't give up. Miss Bai really needs you. Does she need me? Why does it feel like she only wants to keep her distance from me? A few days later, the floating comments interrupted my work again. Brother, hurry to Kili Winery. Miss Bai is meeting someone to negotiate a deal for the shelter funds. Wang Dateng was the one who stopped the shelter funding. He's forcing Miss Bai to agree to the marriage. Ningbing used to refuse food, so her stomach was already in bad shape. What is that supposed to mean? I did not have the patience to finish reading. I took a cab straight to the winery. When I entered, the place was already a complete mess. I grabbed a waiter at random. Where are the Bai and Wang families? Apparently, someone drank themselves unconscious, and then a fight broke out. They've all left now. I immediately called Secretary Yuan. Is President Bai drunk? Has she been taken to the hospital? I just arrived at the hospital. President Bai was not the one who got drunk. Her phone's location is still near the winery. I hung up and told the driver to go slowly along the road. After searching for over an hour, thunder began to rumble, and it started to rain. As we rounded the final corner, I finally saw Bai Ningbing crouching by the roadside. She really did seem a little drunk. I called to her several times, but she did not respond. Bai Ningbing, please don't scare me. I tried to pull her into the car, but she refused to leave no matter what. Just go. I will never put myself in your hands again. The rain grew heavier. The driver said he could only wait another 5 minutes. Ningbing, whatever you need to say, we can talk when we get back. Okay. I was so desperate that tears came to my eyes. At last, she looked up at me. Brother, why are you acting so wrong? Haven't you always treated me like a dog? You keep me when you want me, then throw me away when you don't. My throat tightened. I was wrong. Isn't that enough? Bai Ningbing looked at me for a long time. Finally, she sighed. You did nothing wrong. I'm the one admitting defeat. I took her to a hotel and handed her a towel. You shower first. I'm going out for a moment. Bai Ningbing suddenly pinned me against the wall. Where are you going this time, brother? How long are you planning to leave me alone this time? Helplessly, I ruffled her hair. Don't worry. I'm just going to buy clothes. We're both soaked. We'll catch a cold if we stay in these clothes. She checked with me again and again. Finally, she insisted I leave my identification card with her before she would let me go. When I returned, Bai Ningbing had already showered. I handed her clean clothes, but she frowned. Short sleeves? Make do with them for now. Short sleeves are practical. She hesitated for a moment, then set the clothes aside. Go shower. I'll have a courier deliver another set. When I came out of the shower, Bai Ningbing had changed into long sleeves and pants and fallen asleep on the sofa. When I woke the next day, the sofa was already empty. I packed up and went to check out, but the receptionist told me, Sir, your girlfriend paid the room bill 2 hours ago. She also left you a note. There was only one sentence on the sticky note. Urgent company business. See you later. The shelter funds came through again the following day, but Bai Ningbing disappeared from my world again. When the weather finally cleared, I washed the blanket and took it to the rooftop to dry. Fang Yuan, someone's here for you. Xiao Huo called up to me from downstairs. I hurried downstairs, only to find Wang Dateng at the entrance. Mr. Fang, shall we talk? He took me to a coffee shop. The moment we sat down, he spoke coldly. Fang Yuan, you have no shame. No matter how you convinced Ningbing to call off the engagement, today, you will cut all ties with her. In this world, resources and prestige flow upward. People at the bottom like you could work your entire lives and never reach the Bai family's level. You and her can never be together. Rather than let her keep pining for you, you should tell her the truth yourself. I found it laughable. Fine. If you think that once I leave her, you'll have the perfect marriage, then let's make a bet. Let's bet how much someone unworthy of his position like you can hold on to those resources. When I left the private room, I immediately saw Bai Ningbing standing by the stairs. Her eyes were full of disappointment. You agreed to it. I nodded, but before I could finish, Bai Ningbing pulled me into the fire exit, held the back of my head, and kissed me. She kissed me until I could barely breathe. Only then did she finally stop. You're saying goodbye to me again, aren't you? Why is it so easy for you to cast me aside every time? Do you know how I've lived these past 3 years? Bai Ningbing rolled up her sleeve, revealing old scars on her arm. Brother, the marker you gave me ran dry a long time ago. I took her back to my apartment. That night, thunder began rumbling again. Bai Ningbing hugged a pillow and came to sleep on the floor in my room. What are you doing? Didn't I tell you to sleep on the sofa? I'm scared of thunder. I want you to stay with me, brother. You're lying. Didn't you used to love thunderstorms? She turned and stared at me. It was thundering the day you left, brother. Thunder takes you away from me. I hate it. Even the hardest man's heart would soften. I ruffled her hair. Don't be afraid. Brother is broke now, so I can't go anywhere. The next morning, breakfast was already laid out on the table. You made this. Bai Ningbing nodded. After you left me, I started learning how to cook. All right, my fault again. After breakfast, I had to go to the shelter and told her to stay home. Bai Ningbing absolutely refused. What if you run away again, brother? I'm going to work with you. I could not argue with her, so I had no choice but to bring her along. President Bai is here to inspect. Welcome, President Bai. President Bai, please visit us more often. The supervisor did not dare sit down all day. He followed her around the whole time, terrified something might go wrong. Bai Ningbing could only secretly hook her little finger around mine. He's so annoying. Want me to have him fired? I glared at her. The moment he leaves this job, I'm sending you home. Bai Ningbing ended up staying with me for a week. Are you really not going back? You don't want me anymore, brother. But it isn't good for you to stay here forever. Aside from a few grown men, there are only animals here. You should get out more and talk to people your own age. She lowered her head and refilled the dog's food bowl. I only want to talk to you, brother. Alright, she really had picked up bad habits from the shelter dogs. Not long after, the shelter's official account announced a boycott of the Wang family's products. We found they had cut corners on their products, creating serious safety issues. The Wang family's stock price quickly fell. The foundation Wang Dateng managed was also found to have misappropriated charitable donations. In the end, his family sent him to a low-level post. Wang Yuanmin and the Bai family's marriage arrangement was completely called off as well. Bai Ningbing worked remotely for several days, then decided to go back and settle what remained. Brother, once I settle everything, I'll come back and marry you. You have to wait for me. Who said I wanted to marry you? You know I have issues, brother. I worked while waiting for her. But first I got a call saying my older sister had been discharged. I could not reach Bai Ningbing. So I moved in with Fang King for the time being. My sister had just left the rehabilitation center, and she was still weak. I had to support her through rehab. That day, after picking up her medicine, I had just walked out of the hospital when someone dragged me into a car. Bai Ningbing, are you crazy? She was beside herself with rage and bit my lower lip. So, you like older women, brother? What's so great about her? I waited at your place for days, and you found someone else here. I've already cut ties with my family. Are you going to make me come to you with tens of millions and be your mistress, brother? As she spoke, she became upset herself. Brother, you aren't married to her yet, are you? Even if you are, would there still be room for me? That's my sister. I looked at her helplessly. Bai Ningbing, what on earth are you thinking? She froze. Her ears visibly turned red. I was so angry that I smacked her. If you pull something like that again, I won't speak to you. Don't ignore me. I was wrong. Bai Ningbing had always been quick to give in. Brother, can you pat my head again? After Bai Ningbing and I officially got together, she often made time to come help me feed the dogs. Her emotions had stabilized, and I did not press her about what she had gone through as a child. She was simply far too insecure. Brother, are we still getting married? That depends on how you behave. What kind of behavior? Every time our co-workers heard that, they nearly spat out their food. Take her away already. We can't stand it. Whenever I worked late at night, Bai Ningbing loved to bite my wrist. Aren't you feeding me today? Brother, I'm starving to death. Which dog did you learn that from? Tomorrow, I'm checking every